while I'm trying to be in an effort of being consistent, I'm trying to just look like can probably give me a better lighting. But yeah, the light isn't the best in here. Sorry guys. But hey, welcome to Vagina TV. So today's topic is talking about how toxic, negative people play a role in hindering your Yoni healing journey. So my main purpose, just in case people don't know me. Hey Ronnie Boo, I see you, girl. Oh, I love you too. No problem. You can catch up later. No problem. But I wanted to just, maybe you're new on here this week. I am Shanita, aka OABI, and OABI stands for Overcome Adversity and Become a Better You. And I have been blessed with the lovely crown to hold as the Yoni goddess. So the Yoni goddess will bring all information that you need to know to heal your Yoni. OABI stands for Overcome Adversity and Become a Better You. And I just like to incorporate that all across the board in everything in life, any and everything that you do, any and everything that you. I like to heal things, heal people, heal situations, but my main focus is the womb work, womb healing, and making sure that women understand their power that they hold within their womb. So working with this new book, actually, not working with it, but just started reading this new book Ronnie had recommended. And she was saying how every time she touched the book or would open the book, that she would hear my name, or either spirit would just give her, make her feel my energy in some type of way. So she was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna tell her she need to get the book. So when she told me, it was just like, okay, so this must be the answer to my question. I've been asking my spirit team since my birthday, since I cut my hair, what is the next step of my elevation? What is the next step of me walking into my divinity? And how can I get there with helping other women? What is my calling? And with me knowing that I'm a healer at heart, I just want to dig deeper and take it to another level. So this book, when she sent it to me, I was like, okay, great, I'm going to read it. I did not think that it was going to be this type of book, have this type of content, be this in depth, and be this, like, definitely, if you're ready to heal your womb and heal your world, you should definitely purchase Sacred Woman by Queen Afua. And in all of my excitement, I'm not sure if you guys saw my video earlier, but in all of my excitement, I purchased two. So I'm going to be on my Instagram, probably. I'll be doing a way on my Instagram for the other book, but it's going to be some type of questions you will have to answer or something. I'm not just going to give it to anyone. I'll have to know that you're really serious about healing your womb, and you'll hold me accountable as we go through this book, and I'll be able to hold you accountable as well. So already have a few of my sisters that I'm doing it with, but the more the merrier, because when you heal your womb, you heal your world. And it's just not in reference to our little world. It's in reference to the world around us. So let's come up with our nickname tonight. First and foremost, yes, what are we going to call her tonight? Last week, she was called a pocketbook. So India, what are we calling her tonight, India? What are we calling her tonight before I read you guys something that I wanted to read you from this book? Because, baby, this Queen of Food gets deep. She really does. And it really speaks a lot to the fact that us as women hold so much power that we really, really don't even know. First of all, the first page kind of grabbed my attention, but really sparked my spirit because she comes across with these different scenarios, and it's just like ring ring, two on one heel. And apparently she's answering her phone, and all of these different women are calling her with all of these different issues that they've had with their womb, with their yoni, whatever vaginal issues they're having, they've experienced. So her picking up the phone for every single call, and it's something that's told me I need a hysterectomy. Oh my God, I have the worst period cramps. Oh my God, this, and this. From a entire list that we can make. We can even start on here if you want to. Heal thyself. Heal thyself. Yes. You are the one who told me about that before, India. Heal Thyself is another good book. I'm going to actually look into getting that as well. I'm starting that tomorrow. Great, 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 great. On some type of journey with healing thyself, just making sure you guys are very aware that you don't need a doctor to heal any type of womb trauma, any type of issues that you may have been suffering from to your womb, vaginal area. You have the power to heal yourself. There's nothing that you cannot do. So did we come up with names yet? I have to name her tonight. Who we gonna name her? What are we talking about tonight? She was the pocketbook last week. Is she gonna be the JJ, the Vagine? What are we gonna call her tonight? Poom Poom. No names. You got no names for? We're gonna call her a JJ. That's like a Poom Poom. You like you like Poom Poom? Yeah, I think we can go with Poom Poom. All right, Poom Poom. Poom Poom, we got thumbs up on Poom Poom. All right, Poom Poom it is. Let's talk about our Poom Poom today. So these ladies, getting back to the book, these ladies were calling and talking about all the issues that they were dealing with their Poom Poom. And Dr. Afua was going through these different scenarios. And somewhat like myself, I really find it's just heart-wrenching to get some of the stories from women thinking that they can't heal themselves or just relying totally on a doctor. Like, oh, well, I go back to the doctor this day, or the last time I went to the doctor, he said this, or, just not really listening to your own self, not really listening to your body, not really having an understanding as to what's going on outside of what the doctor is telling you. Please tap into your poom poom. You have to understand. And that's another reason why I want to be more consistent with these videos, because even if I have nothing to say, I'm going to come on here and I'm going to make sure that you bring awareness and that you are in tune with her. Even if it's just for a couple of minutes, I'm just bringing attention to your poom poom. I want whatever you're doing right now to just start doing some Kegel exercises, because that brings awareness that she's there, that reminds that she's important, that you should take care of her, that you should pay more attention. Exercise. She needs exercise too. So don't disregard your boo. Don't disregard your poom poom. Allow her to speak to you and tell you things that she needs. You have to develop that relationship first, though. There's not going to be a communication line between someone that you don't know. It just doesn't work like that. It's any other type of relationship, whether it's a partner or mother, father, sister, brother, kid, there's limits to that relationship if there's not, a comfort level. So you have to be comfortable. She has to be comfortable knowing that she can communicate with you. If not, she'll just sit there, shut down, have a mind of her own, do what she wants, and treat you bad. She won't do anything good for you. So, yeah, all of that to say, become connected, become one, and more in tune with your poom poom. Okay? Okay. India. Punani. forgot that was a word for her. Punani. Yes. All of it. The power of the Pussy. We have power. And we need to all understand that we hold a power that can't be touched. I think that women sometimes fold, just not really understanding how much power they have. Tawana, hey girl. So really quick, I wanted to, of course, I was highlighting some of the stuff that I wanted to read on my phone on the Kindle version, but I have the book version here, and I am going to find the exact part that I wanted to read. I should have highlighted it, but I did not. So what I'm going to do is just, I'm sure Spirit's going to lead me to it. Yep. My spirit team is going to lead and guide me to whatever passage I need to speak to you guys so that the message is very clear, because I do have a point to make tonight. How about we just start here? The state of your womb reflects the state of your life. Heal your womb, heal your world. And something else that was referenced in this book kind of touched on the fact that how chaotic the world is right now kind of speaks to where women are in their womb work. Our overall, us as women, we've lost our power. And that's why the world is in a disarray. Women don't understand that when their wounds are healed, that everything around them is at peace. When you're at peace from within, everything from the outside becomes peaceful. So the womb is a gateway to all human life. When the womb is honored and respected, she becomes a channel of power, creativity, and beauty. And joy reigns on earth. Joy reigns on earth whenever womb is in line. So the more wombs that are in line, that are in tune, the world will be a better place. And the world is not a good place to live in right now because there are so many wombs that are full of waste. And I have a duty. This is my purpose, to teach women how to heal themselves, to teach women how to not only be there as nurturers for their children, but you have to nurture yourself. You have to nurture your womb. And once your womb is cared for and respected and honored, as she states, then your womb becomes, like she said, a vessel or a gateway to power and creativity. The more I start to clean my womb, the more I start to cleanse myself and detox myself, I do become more creative. It's like I come up with more recipes and things to mix up that will heal this or heal that. I just mixed me up a body oil, and I'm constantly smelling it. I smell so earthy. It's not a Bath and Body Works Victoria's Secret smell good type of flowery fragrance. No, I smell like the woods right now, like really earthy. But the oil is made up of neem oil, black seed oil, coconut oil. It's a lot of different oils, because I believe what this thing is that I'm facing with my skin is some type of fungus, skin fungus maybe. I don't know. But my body is used to using products such as Dove, and I've been off of Dove for about a year, going over a year now. And this is getting, I'm not going to say it's getting worse, because I don't know if it's getting, I think this may be getting better. But the more natural stuff I'm using on my skin, I think this is becoming my natural skin tone. I don't know, but I'm healing myself. That's the point. That's the key. Heal yourself. Don't depend on anyone else to heal you. Don't depend on anyone else to treat you for whatever ailments you have. Heal yourself. Don't nobody know how it feels No one else can tell you how it feels. You ultimately go into a doctor telling them what's wrong with you. So when you become connected with your pom pom, she'll then say, "Hey, this is what's wrong with me. Look, you used the wrong type of tissue. You know that food you ate the other day? Yeah, I wasn't feeling that." You'll start to know exactly what's wrong. So therefore, you're not just rushing to the store just to get Vagisil, Sumazine, Monistat, for whatever, putting it down there to kill the good germs too. Like you won't be in the business to just mask the issue. You'll heal yourself. You'll want to then dig deeper and see what the issue is once you become connected with her and once she starts to speak to you. Um, the love and care that a woman can give her womb reflects her true level of emotional, spiritual, physical, and mental health. So once you're connected with healing your womb, it reflects your elevation. Like it reflects how you're evolving overall as a woman overall, emotionally, spiritually, physically, and mentally. Every component of life will begin to be bright once you start to heal your womb. Um, Unfortunately, too many women in today's world experience some form of womb degeneration that results in disease. Let me stop there. So we've been so conditioned to think that we only get disease based on sexually transmitted diseases or um yeah, that's pretty much how we feel like we get a disease in our vagina. Would anybody else say that they know of any other way to get a disease? Um well, I'm going to tell you. Diseases can form in your vagina. I mean, it can start with it being sexually transmitted. And I can't remember who on here last week had mentioned the fact that they thought semen was natural, so they didn't think it was harmful. So when a man ejaculates inside of semen, pH level is 2-3 times more than what our pH level should be. It's automatically going to knock it off. If that semen is contaminated with disease, it then enters your womb. Now disease is like, here I am, infection, here I am. I'm growing, I'm festering, I do this, I do that. You feed me, I'm gonna grow. So all the things that you feed the infection or the disease, it grows. It definitely manifests into something bigger than you probably would have ever thought. Generational. Oh my God, thank you, Spirit. You took me back on track where I wanted to go. It's definitely generational because it starts when I hate when people say, "Oh, I can't have kids," or "This runs in my family," or all of my aunts and my mom, have this. In my family, pretty much, let me just keep it real with myself. I'm not going to relate it to anyone else. My family, um, it's really big to have hysterectomy. Like, two of my aunts have had a hysterectomy. They're telling my mom she should have a hysterectomy. My grandmother's had a hysterectomy. We would say, "Oh, that's hereditary. That's generational. Things happen down the line." And that's just not true. Things that are not um, natural, nothing is generational. Nothing is hereditary. Nothing comes from the generation above us. So when it comes down to, even if it's fibroids and thyroid is whatever, it's not because your grandmother had it. It's because you're doing what your grandmother did. And one thing leading to another. I'm trying to stay on track, but India, I promise you, your spirit is just like drawing me. Yes, so poor hygiene was what I touched on last week. That alone can just develop a disease. That's what I was talking about, development of a disease. So it doesn't only come from sexually transmitted. It's not only sexually transmitted. Disease and infection and just can just come from you not taking care of yourself, from you just ignoring her, from you just not listening to what she has to say. If she's saying you're using the wrong kind of tissue and you're continuing to use the wrong kind of tissue, it's not going to be just a yeast infection. It's going to turn into something bigger. It's going to fester into something larger. It's going to grow into something that's even out of control. Yeast infections get to the point where you have pain in your stomach, where you're itching so bad that you can't control it. So it's very important for you to listen to your body, become in tune with your body, making sure that you know exactly how she's feeling, what she's saying, and the womb degeneration results in disease and women are healed. Transform their womb. Okay, so say for instance, like for me, I'm on a mission to try to get my little cousins, my nieces and my little cousins to a point where they're detoxing regularly. I would hate for the next generation under me to come up not knowing how to heal their womb, or not knowing that there is a way outside of just taking birth control to control your period. Or it just bothers me to my core that people set back and just, I'm not going to blame my aunts and my mom and my grandmother and things like that, because they didn't know. They didn't know any better. But now that I do know, I'm holding myself accountable to take charge for those that are under me and that come after me, so that they know you don't have to be at risk for cervical cancer. You don't have to be at risk for having all these fibroid issues, because you know how to heal yourself firsthand. And it becomes difficult because a lot of people don't want to listen. But that's why I'm very grateful for this platform, because not only do I have women here who are open to listening to things that they haven't just been programmed or conditioned to, that they conditioned to know all of their lives. Like, I really just feel that here's a platform of women who not only care about healing themselves, but the people that are around them, the people that they know and love. And I do not take this lightly. So I am definitely digging and diving into this sacred woman, not only for myself, but because I am here to heal and help women. I don't call myself a womb warrior just to call myself a womb warrior. I believe I love y'all vaginas more than you. I mean, that's just to be quite honest. It's just like, did you do this, or did you do that, or did you do that too much, or did you not do this too much, or how do you care for her? Or it's like, before you actually insert your pearl, get to know her, feel around in there before you just do it for a purpose. Feel around, get to know her, where you're going to put the pearl, where you're going to just start to keep track, keep note. Have a day of the month. I touched on that too. Have a day of the month. My day of the month is the 10th. You can choose the 1st of the month, the 15th of the month, whatever birthday your birthday is of the month, you can choose that day. But have a day where you give yourself a vaginal exam and you feel, where you take note. Oh, okay, there's an indentation. Oh, okay, there's a little lump. Okay. Your first time around, just go and take note of what you feel. It may not be anything wrong. Even if you feel a lump or something, it may not be anything wrong. But if you feel like something's wrong, like, oh, that's too big of a lump, that's too big of a bump, that's too deep of a valley, you should definitely go and make sure that you get checked out. Get tested. Use doctors for what, I use them for what I want to use them for. They're there for a reason. I don't know if, I know I haven't had sex since, I don't know, it's beginning to be a problem. I haven't had sex in I don't know how long. So I know I don't have no STD, but it also takes months for things to develop. Last time I had sex, it could have just been something that's just festering up in me. So get tested regularly. You never know. You just never know. Always get tested. It's never wrong to get tested and be on the safe side of things. Yes, ma'am. Look at you. Oral hygiene is definitely important when it comes to poom poom hygiene. If Please believe that this and this, it's like both are portals. It's whatever is inside, it's going to come outside. So you're going to smell from either your mouth, your vagina. You're going to smell from one way or the other if your womb is full of toxic waste. If it's not, if you're not trying at least to heal your womb, there's going to be a foul odor at some point. At some point, there's going to be a foul odor that you're going to try to mask. And it's because you're not paying attention to her. She'll do anything to get attention. And if she has to spit out clumpy discharge to get your attention, to make you say, oh shit, this ain't right, then she's going to do that. I mean, you just have to listen to them. Listen to your pum. Tonight's message was supposed to be about how negative people can affect that. So really quick, before this ends, I'm just going to touch on that really quick because I went off on something different. I don't know what. I know what threw me off. I had intended to read certain passages and I had them highlighted, but it's on my phone. But I'm on my phone doing that, so I can't read the highlighted ones. But I definitely can always share them next week. We definitely want to make sure that. Okay, I'm going to read this really quick. The purpose of the first degree Sacred Woman training is to awaken us to the power of the womb as our physical and psycho-spiritual center. As we enter Gateway 0, we learn how to identify, cleanse, purify, heal, and honor one of the primary gateways to our spiritual power. And that just, in a nutshell, kind of explains why I'm on this journey, why this book is really like all that I need. Like, it gives me chills. Everything that she says that I've read so far is like my daily thoughts and how I want to educate any woman that would listen about healing their womb and understanding that it's the source of life and why it's important for you to take care of your womb so much. I really think people just look at it as, okay, like it's just average. It's another body part. They look at it as it's just like it's arm. But I feel like people treat their arm or their hand with more delicate care than they do with their pom pom. It's like you'll wash your hands, I don't know how many times a day, lotion them, get your nails done, like all of that. You make sure she's bedazzled with rings and accessorized. Our hands get much more love and care than the most sacred part of our body. And even if that very thing just has to be a reminder when you're washing your hands, do some Kegel exercises. After you use the bathroom, make sure that you are taking that extra step to clean her well. Make sure you're just not petting her dry. Just make sure you get some unscented wipes with no fragrance, no perfumes on it, and stay fresh. She's there. It's not just your hands that have to be clean throughout the day. I promise. Just being mindful of her a little more will make you feel so much better. I'm telling you, it's going to start making all the difference. And you'll notice the difference when it comes down to when you change your panties at the end of the day. Like, you should have discharge. That's the reason that there's that little piece of fabric in your panties. We're supposed to have discharge. We're going to have discharge. But she tells learn what it looks like, learn what it feels like, how it should smell, how it should feel. It should definitely never, ever be thick and white. Thick, thick, thick white. I mean, like almost like mayonnaise consistency. It should not be that. That is yeasty, and that is something that is a problem, and it's something wrong. And 9 times out of 10, if it's that thick and white, it's going to start to come with a smell. So you want to start making sure you pay attention to what is left in your panties at the end of the day, because that's kind of an indicator if she's healthy or if she's not. Um, Negative people and how they can interrupt your womb journey. This is just my personal story. So that's the reason I'm going to share it. Now, you guys can chime in. But before this ends, I want to tell my personal story about how a negative, toxic person and their energy. I'm a healer. So people that are sick, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, gravitate to me. And me being a healer, I always want to fix or heal their situation or their problem. So that's what I did. I tried to, regardless of the journey I was on, I still try to make sure others that I care about are okay. So when trying to make sure that this other individual is okay, it became to the point where I fall back in a comfort zone. It's just like, yes, this is comfortable. I always want to be around this person. No, you can't. That's the reason she's your ex. You can't always want to be around this person. Then it's like, but I'm helping her. I'm helping now. I'm helping heal her. She's waking up. She's learning a little bit. She wants to learn this and she wants to get into this. But then it starts to be like, no, you're not really healing, sweetie. You're just giving attention to. It's not healing. She's just, at this point, I've acknowledged the fact that I'm not healing her. I'm just being very codependent, and she's taking me off my womb healing journey. I'm supposed to be on a journey where I'm healing my womb, healing myself, and she's distracting me. Why? Because there's certain there's certain feelings that start to come about. You start to get feeling like, oh, do I want to have sex with you again? I think I want to have sex with you again. And that's where it starts. Like, no, Shanita, remember, you're on a womb healing journey. You're healing your womb from the inside out. You do not want to have sex with this person. Why? Because they've already contaminated your womb before. There's a reason why you're doing it now. Don't go back. Don't go back. Don't turn back. Don't look back. Always look for something new. There's a reason the person's in your past. Do not look back when it comes to distractions. Fall into these people and these distractions. If we fall for it, then we'll continue to fall further behind in our journey of healing ourselves. So this is just a reminder to anyone that is on their womb healing journey. I'm right here with you, and I have distractions and setbacks right along with you. And it's when we get to the point where we can acknowledge that this person is a distraction. I need to detach myself, and I need to make sure that I stay focused on what my purpose is. I did not give in. Just FYI, those who are wondering if I gave in, I ain't give in. I did not give in. So it's just like I'm at a place where I'm like, okay, this is much more worth it than the pleasure for the little bit of time, and I'm gonna be going to be mad after the fact, and then you're going to be expecting more from me after we do this, and then I may be even expecting more from you after we do this, and I just don't want that. It's so many different attachments that come along with sex and come along with just attachments, period, when it comes to people in general. So while you're healing your womb, you want to make sure you detach yourself from those that will bring down or hinder your journey or be in the way of your growth or your progress when it comes to your womb healing journey. It's very, very important that you acknowledge who those people could be even before you start your journey. All right, I'm going to start my womb healing journey next week. Who are some people that can potentially get in the way of me getting to where I want to be? And you have to acknowledge those people and put them where they are, categorize them and put them where they are. It's really, and you will. And that's why I wasn't going to put myself through that. I knew that if I even went there, it was just gonna, I knew that if I went there all the way, it went there a little bit. I'm going to put it this way. It went there a little bit. It was kind of a little playing around. And I was just like, oh my God, this could easily go left. So it was just like, I immediately was just like, yeah, you're not supposed to do this. Don't do that anymore. Don't do that anymore. She checked me quick. She checked me immediately. She was like, what are you doing? This is not what you want. Stop now. She stopped. She stopped. It was like I was in the middle of like feeling really great. And she just like cut off. And you have to be in tune when she cuts off. You have to be in tune. You have to know when she's saying no. You can want it all day long. But if she's telling you no, if she's not getting wet for him, don't do it. For her, whoever it may be, whatever it is, don't do it. She's speaking to you and she's saying don't do it. Listen to her and let her be the judge of that situation. Okay? Yeah, so that was the point about negative people can bring in negative energy while you're trying to do something positive with your life. So it's very important that you make sure that you stay elevated, stay, cut all them connections off, stay grounded. I let go of all them connections and them attachments. I cut that lock. I cut that lock. And anybody that come to me with some shit, I be like, oh, I cut that lock. I cut that one. The locks of attachments. Yeah, all of that's cut. India, you need to go build you a tent. Yeah, I need to too, boo. I was just saying the same thing. I just need to go away. I want to take my son and go to the woods and teach him there. I'm so sick of the school system and just trying to find the right school for him. That's what I'm going through right now. School. School starts tomorrow at a school I don't want him to go. Don't want him to go to. So yeah. But we're still working on the school that I do want him to go to. That starts in 2 weeks. We're just trying to make sure we don't fall behind if that doesn't come through. But yeah, so just asking for you guys good energy on that subject. But to wrap up, because I'm going to get out of your way, this was definitely just a reminder to do some Kegels, reminder that people can influence your progress when it comes to your womb journey. Don't allow them to get in the way. Do not allow them to get in the way of your womb healing journey. It's imperative. And then when I was reading this and I heard say how many days you have to be committed to this womb work. And it looked like I'm gonna just celibate or something. Like I think I'm just gonna celibate. It's by force, guys. It's by force. The universe is forcing me to be celibate. She knows what I need. But I'm just like, oh my God, what is going on? What is going on? But I know me. I know I'm not gonna just give myself to anybody that I don't trust and that I'm not feeling. I have to feel you 100%. And after being with somebody for 8 years, it's very hard to kind of like trust yourself with anyone. I can count my partners on my hands. So yeah, I can't just trust anyone. I just wish it was somebody that I already knew, that it's already a number. I could just be like, hey, come here real quick. Let's just do something real quick. But yeah, she's definitely not having that. Yeah, she's just like, no, girl. She just told me just now when I said it. Don't even think about it. Don't try it. Don't try to call nobody you don't already had. No. Because I know for sure and I feel it. I just know that there's somebody out there that's waiting for me just like I'm waiting for them. And that shit gonna be boom when we finally get there. But I hope you and your poom pooms have a great night tonight, ladies. Please feel for those that are doing the negativity detox course, I have I'm gonna post on my Instagram this girl, she's local. Either way, I think she ships. But I have kale bowls that I had from this local girl who makes kale bowls. She's called the Kale Queen. So I'm incorporating that into my diet for the week. And I hope to see you guys on the negativity detox. It's for 4 weeks. And I just know I am so ready for elevation. I'm so ready to step into my next realm of my divinity. And I just know this detox course is about to take me there. It's about to get me to the point of right where I need to be. Okay, I'm not going keep rambling. But yeah, India, I get it, boo. But sometimes we gotta be a freak for ourselves. Be a freak for you. Just be you. Just be a freak for you. Fuck being a freak for them. I mean, what I had to realize is, and it's not about. I've never ever got paid for sex. But when I'm thinking about this, that's what takes my mind. If you ain't getting nothing in return, it's not beneficial. And when I say in return, I mean the feeling of support, the feeling of like a connection. It has to be a connection. It has to be someone that's going to be there after he leaves the bed, if that makes sense. His presence still have to be there after after the connection is gone, after the disconnection. There still has to be a connection. And once I have that connection first, then this is going to be easy to connect. Like, but I feel like I'll know once that is, because it's just not coming to me now. And I know, but what's crazy? So many months have passed and I didn't even realize it. Then when I was reading a book, it was just like 4 months. 4 months. I don't know, guys. We're gonna talk about this. We're gonna take things step by step. And I am on I cannot wait. Like, if y'all see how intense. I mean, there's spells, there's affirmations, there's everything you need to heal your womb and to step into your divinity and to be a sacred woman. And this is a guide to healing the feminine body, mind, body, and spirit. And what more can you ask for? I love you, goddesses. I wish you a blessed night. And India, I don't know who you're talking about. Call me directly, my love. Good night, guys. Appreciate your time, attention, and to all your poom pooms out there, tell them I say hey. Because I guarantee right now, it may not be as accurate, but right now, I probably care more about your poom poom than you do. Let's change that. Let's change that. So next week, I'll see y'all on Vagina TV. India, call me separate. Love y'all. Matter of fact, I'm going to touch on it right here. Can't deal with him or the energies of other females. The energies of other females are going to end up being BV. Okay? If he's bringing the energy of another female, he's bringing the energy of her poom poom. And her poom poom energy and your poom poom energy mixed together equals BV energy. That's what. So if you cannot stomach the energy of someone or even to be around them in their presence, that's probably the reason why she's telling you don't do it, because we're going to get sick. It's not worth it. It's not worth getting sick. If you listened to her, she would have told you. It probably was having some issues getting it together right then and there at that time. She was telling you, don't do it. But love y'all. I am going to end all of these streams.